Welcome to History Adventuring. This is episode number 49. I'm Brad Hall, and today we're looking at used cars in 1950 Los Angeles, California. When I first glanced at this image, which is from the Duke University site, I immediately went to the cars in the foreground, which looked to be all about from the 1930s. And then I took a closer look at it and realized that I was looking at a used car lot. Parking has always been tight in Los Angeles, but not that tight. That's not a parking lot. That's how cars are parked when mostly people are walking around kicking tires. And if someone wants to go for a test drive, someone on the lot moves the cars out of the way. My top history adventurer, who prefers to remain anonymous, was kind enough to precisely identify the location by finding an old ad for the CNF Food Market, which was at 603 West Manchester. That means you're looking west on Manchester towards Avalon. As far as I can tell, the same building is still there, though it's been updated. The building across Avalon still looks pretty much the same. It's an elementary school called South Park, Manchester and Avalon. The date on the Duke site says February 20th, 1950, and I'm going to agree with it. I'm always suspicious about dates that say stuff like circa 1920s through 1970, but when I see an exact date, I figure that it was written on the back of the photo. I mean, who would estimate February 20th? So it's 1950, and we're in Los Angeles. So let's look at the used cars. I don't know enough about this particular vintage, so if you recognize makes and models, please let me know. I'll tell you what I do know, based on what I've been learning about the war years in the 40s. If they were purchased fairly soon before 1941, they'd have low miles on them. During the war years, the people in the US just didn't drive that much. Gas was rationed, tires were rationed. Yes, of course, the used car dealer would go to the basic business precaution of turning back the odometers. My point is that they didn't need to be turned back very far. Well, I don't know about you, but I like them all. And since we're time travelers from the 21st century, we can buy them with ease. I can just imagine the salesman, maybe a big guy with a cigar, nearly jumping out of his socks when you flash $20 bills like they were nothing. By the way, note the sign that gives distances. I tend to think of the whole area as Los Angeles, but apparently you were 7 miles away from it. There's also directions to Inglewood and Wilmington. Okay, if we're done looking at used cars, we can go get some ice cream at the Avalon Boulevard Pharmacy. You can get some Challenge milk at the CNF Food Market, and then maybe go to the Ada Marie Beauty Shop. I'll take my dry cleaning to Deluxe Cleaners. Not sure what type of Dr. Edwin Lund is. Maybe a chiropractor? And yes, I know you've been wondering about the billboard. It's the reason that this photo was taken, as a record for the advertiser that their message was there and visible. I wonder if Old Stag is still available. I'm more of a Wilson whiskey person. I guess it would be okay, being from Kentucky. No, none for me, thanks. I know that this is 1950, and that drunk driving laws are much more lax than the 21st century, but I want to get my classic 1930s car home in one piece. Well, thanks for visiting LA in 1950 with me. This has been History Adventuring. I'll talk to you later.